Today we're going to be taking a look at the Anchor class, previously known as Mac, going over changes and new best setup. Mac has actually got a significant buff, evening him out with all the other players that were OP or nerfed. He's actually playable now. Go into some of the changes. So most importantly, well, I won't say most importantly, but very importantly, his passive ability now is anyone who fires through your barrier deals 50% more damage. So anytime he puts his barrier up, he deals 50% more damage with all weapons. That includes salvos, and that stacks with his damage perk. All the weapons, if he uses the long shots or Botox, stack with damage and critical damage. And I had a JD fire a boom shot through my shield at a matriarch, just short of killing it with one shot. I'm not even sure if it was an active, if he would have had an active, if he would have got it, or at the level of his card. But anybody who fires through the shield gets 50% bonus damage as well, regardless of what weapon they're using. So, two new cards that he has are actually very useful. So the bullet chain, each headshot you get deals 45%. Well, gives you 45 or gives you X damage for 15 seconds, and that stacks up to 200%. So if you get like 3 quick headshots, then you're getting 3x of whatever damage you have for the remainder of the time. Like you get 1 kill, and now that kill has a 15-second timer. Your second kill has a 15-second timer. So you keep getting headshots, and you can deal a lot of damage. Second one is harness energy. Each barrier hit gives stim to the entire team. If they're not, if they're already wounded, then they'll gain HP as well. Just did a game, and I was giving the team a lot of stim because of how quickly he can get his barrier back. He has one of the lowest cooldowns, if not the lowest cooldown, for his ability just naturally. And if you do a lot of damage, and he can do a lot of damage with heavy weapons, you just like active long shots, get a few headshots, active a GL, fire that, fire off a couple salvo rounds, a couple tri-shot rounds, and you basically have your ability right back. So because he can get his ability so often, it actually makes him quite viable now. And this harness energy is a really good team card. I'm going to go into a second build. As you can see, the 5 I have selected right here. I will be going into an alternative build if you don't have these cards already up. But these are two of the recent changes. He also did get, this is a Horde setup, by the way. Escape setup wouldn't be running that. I'll get into that too. So the bloody shot is now up to 80%. Almost at what it was when the game first was released. And the adrenaline junkie is at 80% as well now. Combined, he actually is very powerful in the Venom, one-shotting drones, elite claws with non-actives on the long shot. So, just gonna actually look at theirs. Oh yeah, his cooldown on kill perk was changed to ammo regen. So his ammo regen actually regens bullet and explosive damage, explosive ammo. Now the explosive ammo is slow. To give you a time reference, it takes 4 minutes at level 1 to do a GL shot, 2 minutes to do a GL shot when it's 100%. We'll do a Botox shot in 4 seconds though, so it's really nice just to have ammo, and it gives you a long shot every minute, 30 seconds if you are at level 10. It was enough to give you a little bit of extra ammo, which is kind of nice. Less likely to have to go back to the weapons locker. It is good. I like the long shot and GL combo with him, or the boom shot and GL. And you can do a lot of damage just keeping his shield up. Personally, I like the long shot because with the shield up and you get the bullet chain, you can get a lot of headshots. But See what that last change was real quick. Oh yeah, that's the one I already talked about with the extra damage to the barrier. So on to the best card setup. So for Horde, I like barrier feedback. So I get more time on my barriers. You can get kills with him, especially when you're using like a heavy weapon or a GL or even the long shot, even the Botok through his shield. So you get the more time you have on your shield, the more damage you're doing, the more your team is staying up and getting stim. Bullet chain, obviously, because the more headshots you get, the more damage you get to get that next headshot. Harness energy to keep the team up. Barrier battery for just a natural longer duration. And crazy tough to give yourself more health and more survivability. Because it is 60%, it actually is substantial. Now, instead of running these two cards, alternatively, if you don't have them up, you could very easily do Bloody Shot and either like increase barrier size or lethal barrier. For Horde, you actually don't really need the Botok Bandolier. Just with a level 1, level 2 regen on your Botok and eventually getting to like level 4, you're going to constantly get back ammo. At level 10, you get back so much ammo, it's basically every time you fire, every 2 seconds, you get another bullet back. So, just need a little bit of regen to keep it going, and the standard 36 is fine. You get back ammo at the end of each wave, plus the regen, then you really don't need the extra ammo on it, even if you are primarily using the Botok. So I would put on one more of the barrier cards, either like lethal or the increased barrier size is ridiculous. That actually is really nice for shooting through the team, so allowing the whole team to shoot through. For an escape setup, actually just show you my escape setup real quick. So for escape, I don't really see the need for the extra barriers, although it would be nice in a few sections. Depends whether you're gonna play for the Venom. So for escape, it depends whether you're going to play to the Venom or not. Like, he is one of the original Hive Busters. He is in the Venom character. So if you are gonna play in the Venom, then you're gonna be running Bullet Chain, Adrenaline Junkie, Crazy Tough, Bloody Shot. Depending on whether you need the ammo or not, if it's ammo starvation, then you'd be either running Botok Bandolier or either one of the extensions on the barrier, one of the barrier feedbacks, or barrier battery. And if you're playing out of the Venom, then you could actually run the same exact Horde setup. Depending if you think you need harness energy or not. Ideally, you're going to be using it in a very chaotic situation. He does get the opportunity to use his a couple times in Escape, which is pretty sweet. So I've yet to really do too many with him in Escape. I think harness energy still is a very solid 5th card for Escape as well. And that is the changes made to Mac, how they affect him, and new best card setups for Horde and Escape. I think he actually is now viable to even play on Masters. I mean, you could play him before on it, but he was like that, definitely the weak link. He's not OP in any regard, but really, besides running 2 Keegans and a JD. He's definitely up there though. He got a really nice buff, and right now he has a lot of survivability and can actually deal a lot of damage, especially because he gets his ability so often, and it makes him pretty much invulnerable if you use the shield right. So anyway, yep, that is all the changes, what they do, and best card setups for Horde and Escape. I hope that helps.